Hello, I'm Welcome, and this is a pillager outpost that I've turned into my raid farm. I've been successfully running this for about a month now, and recently I logged in and it's broken. The original design was by Silent Whisper. I've made a few modifications to it, and it has a sorting system on the back by Rocket Builder. I have a water elevator which takes us zombified villagers up to the top, where I can convert them and turn, which allowed me to actually build the raid farm. I haven't removed that yet, but unfortunately the farm is broken, and I'm going to take you through the process of how I fixed it. On the front here I've added a door because, as you can tell by the number of holes that are in the area, trying to build this thing, creepers just kept coming in here, and a number of times I had to rebuild this thing to get it working again. I had to rework the stairs in order to allow for the sorting system. I have a sorting system for the potions, enchanted books, and totems, which the farm's doing very well. And various other items. I removed the auto item destroyer because I wanted to make sure that this thing wasn't producing something that I didn't want destroyed. And another door to stop anything coming in. Just made it a lot safer to build in here. Just literally the number of times I was standing here, a creeper would explode and break some part of this redstone, and then trying to figure out what was originally in that position to fix it. So up here, that's just the pipes that this one brings down the totems, and this one brings down all the other items. I had to modify the design down here because this redstone torch here, which is part of the sorting system, was locking that hopper there, which was causing the whole thing to lock up with items, and they would just float here on the top. So it's just a minor modification there. This is where the pillagers spawn, so I've marked out the spawn location, which is just behind this block, and they get pushed down here, and a trident killer, which is activated here, will kill them and start the raid. So if I just click this on, in theory, what has been successfully working, and I'm going to put on my armor, because if I fall off, I don't want to die during this process. Yes, I have used in this world, over the last 3 years, probably 10 totems, and about 6 of them were used while trying to build this farm, because I would have missed a spawn location and the raid would spawn where I was. Also as part of the sorting system, there is an alley in there which picks out the totems, and in theory, if you stand in this spot, within a few seconds a raid will start because it will kill the pillagers down there. Unfortunately, that is not happening. So the suggested solution is to make sure they've all despawned by turning on peaceful mode and then turning it back to hard mode. So I'll do that now. Just in case this does work for you, there's a couple of steps you want to double check during this process. So change that back to peaceful. So the idea here is that you have a wander around and go out a significant distance from the pillager outpost, and then hopefully any mobs that are spawned anywhere, which could include a raid captain, despawn. Then the only place that they could spawn will be in the farm. Then we go back. So just do a big circle around the raid farm, making sure everything's despawned, which it should have done by turning on peaceful mode. There we go. This was one of the suggested fixes on the Minecraft bug tracker, which may work in your case, but it's not the issue that I have. So we go up here just to test that this is working. So turn it back on to hard mode. Turn the Trident Killer on. In theory, they should spawn inside there, and they should spawn. So you give it a few seconds, which is normally all it takes. Nothing. Okay. Now, it's possible that nothing has spawned in here, but occasionally the raid farm does this. But what we can do is, because we're not actually caring about starting a raid right now, we're just making sure that something is spawned in here. We can go. Well, I will go up and down the scaffolding multiple times. Something must spawn in that location because that's the spawn location. Now, a couple of things that are occurring to me now is that for some reason, the spawn location's changed, or something's blocking the spawns. Nope. So there should be a couple of pillagers now inside this. So maybe the chamber up there isn't far enough away to trigger the spawn. So I will, prior to creating the raid farm, I would go out as far as that rock there, and I would be able to be sure that a raid captain should spawn inside the top floor. So if I go over here, which is way more than 30 blocks away, which is all you need to do, and then run back, there should be raid captains in there. And a couple of pillagers. There you go. Okay, so next thing, try and figure out what's going on here. Now, they're not spawning anywhere in the structure, so it's not like there's something that's spawning somewhere else when they should be spawning in this chamber. So if I just open this up, one thing I notice is that water is going the wrong place, which is causing a problem. Now, I suspect that something has changed inside Minecraft, because when I originally created this, there was no water there. If I take this water away, take that water away. So that's the spawn location there. I take this away, and so now there's no water there. Let's try this again. So let's try standing up here for a few minutes.
A few moments later.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so they are spawning inside here. So I need to kill these guys. Test the next stage. None of them are raid captains. Okay. So the problem appears to be either this glass box causing a problem or the water is causing a problem. So I just do what I did before, and it's, for some reason it's going into that corner. So I need it to not go in that corner. Water has broken for some reason. Or rather, it's working properly, and it was broken before. So how do I stop that? Simple solution? Let's try a button. That should block the water from getting in there. Now, I don't know if I thought buttons block spawns if they were on the ground, but I don't know if they work on the side of a block. So let's test that. Seal this thing up. And back up to the top.
A few moments later.
Right. That should have been long enough for something to spawn, which I don't think it will. Nope. Okay. Oh no, wait! So, they are spawning, but they're spawning outside. That's probably more than one. So they're spawning, but they've been pushed out of the kill chamber. Well, that's something new. So this is definitely the spawn location. So, the thing I didn't really want to do, mainly because it's going to require moving the whole trident killer. The solution to this, really, at least unless somebody can think of a better way of doing this, is to move this down a block. This will solve part of the problem. So I need to break this. That was way too much. So now they should be flowing down into here. So if I put this on here and this on here, they should flow down into there. This also means I need to break this trident killer. And rebuild it one layer lower, which is not a huge problem. this will go like crazy because I've got... Yep. And put the lever on. Turn this thing off. Okay. So that should be now working, and I'll put a stone block here so I don't get shot from inside there. We should now spawn on this block. Let's change the colour of that block to be and watch as all my redstone down below breaks. Nope. Seem to survive the water. Excellent. So that block there is a spawning location. And everything should get pushed down here. If I put a block here and throw the trident in. Some more glass. Make this a little bit easier to see. Now if I've done all this correctly, the only place they can spawn is that block there, and they'll get pushed into the Trident Killer. Which if I do this, that Trident Killer will start working. They'll get pushed down into there, get hit by the Trident Killer, and a raid should start. Yep, there we go. So turn the upper Trident Killer on. And we have a working raid farm again. Thank you everyone. And that's the raid farm working again. So I can just stand here and collect all the loot. See you next time.